Okay, here's the parts that you'll need. I've already pre-cut the PVC, which is 1/2 inch. Just regular 1/2 inch PVC. You'll need 2 pieces, they're 5 inches long. You'll need 2 T connectors, 4 pieces that are 4 inches long, 1 piece that is 2 3/8 inches long. You'll need 2 45 angles, and then you also need 4 caps. Alright, and then we're going to hold it all together with medium clear PVC cement. Alright, so what you're going to do is you're going to take the PVC cement, here, which I'm almost out because I've made so many, and on the connectors, you want to put it on the inside of the connectors. I found that works the best because when you push these little tubes in, if you put it around the tube, you'll get a bunch of mess out here on the tube. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a T and we're going to put 2 4-inch tubes into the T connector. We're going to do that with both T connectors. If you get some on the outside, you can take your little pipe here and kind of scoop it and take it inside with it. And you can wipe it down. We're going to do that with both of those. Okay, and then we're going to take one of the T's that we put the pipe connectors on, and we're going to put 2 caps on it because we're basically done with that half of it. Oops. Push it down as far as you can. Make it as compact as possible. So we got the top half of it done. We've got the bottom half here that we're going to continue on. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make the handles. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to put some of the cement inside these caps. We're going to put them on the 5-inch tubes. And you'll see that my PVC doesn't have any markings on it. You can buy it from, a specialty place without the markings on it. But if you just take a little bit of 250 grit sandpaper, you can take those markings off. No problem. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to put the 45s on the handles. Alright. Now we're going to attach our handles to the bottom half of our Steadydrone. And go ahead and I'm actually really running low on PVC cement. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put some in here. We're going to put some in here. And then we're going to attach it to the bottom as tight as it'll go. And the same thing with the other handle. So now we want to see how the handles kind of sticking up. We want to go ahead and adjust the handles. Best way to do that is just to lay it flat like this. And you put your palm here, and you can just rotate this down as you need it until everything's touching the way it should be touching. All nice and even. Just do a little. You see how it tips like that? It's not even. There we go. Yeah, that's better. See? Laying nice and flat now. Now we're going to take our 2 3/8 inch piece. Alright, so now we're going to attach our top and our bottom together. It's going to go like this. We're going to use our 2 3/8 inch piece. Put our PVC cement on the top. Push it down. The key to this is making sure that you push it down as far as it'll go. If you don't, you'll end up with where your bottoms won't engage the bottoms of your landing gear. So you need to make sure you get this cut right, and you need to make sure that you get this seated as far in as possible. You can even go close. You can go smaller than 2 3/8 if you want. I wouldn't go any smaller than 2 inches, because you do need something to hold it all together. Like this, push it down, and you should see just a little, about an inch of that sticking out. Now we're going to go ahead and lay this down on a flat surface and make sure it's not nice and even and level. So we're just going to go ahead and make small adjustments so that it lays nice and flat. And there we go. Now all we have to do is go outside and make the cuts. Now we're outside on this beautiful, beautiful summer day here in Indiana, and we've got everything done. We're ready to make our cuts. You're going to want to let that PVC cement dry for like probably an hour before you even start cutting on it. Otherwise, all your pieces will start to rotate, and you'll have to pull it apart and re-cement it. Okay, so what I'll use for the cuts here is my Dremel, my Craftsman rotary tool, and a Dremel easy lock cutting bit, specially made for plastic. There you go. There's a better shot of it. Okay, I found these slice through the PVC pretty easy. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and make the cuts, and because you really don't need to see that, and I don't have anybody else to hold the camera, and we'll go from there. As you can see, I've made the first cut, and you're going to want to make it about 4 inches from end to end. And you're going to want to make it about 2/8 wide. Give you a better shot there. And what this cut is it's for your remote. This little piece of metal here. Here's my Dremel. What it does, this little piece of metal here slides down in. And that's what holds your remote control. So if you're like me and you have to do it with a Dremel, you may want to make a cut and check the size, and make a cut and check the size, but that's how that works there. Alright, so we've made the cut. This is the new updated version, which requires only one cut. So we went ahead and we've cut the slot here. And you'll see I have two 5-inch Velcro pieces. Okay, so instead of cutting divots into the PVC themselves to fit the legs, I'm not doing that anymore, just for the fact that if DJI comes out with a different Phantom, that you can use this with a different Phantom. So for right, and they move the legs on us or something, so it doesn't make this obsolete. I'm including these little Velcro straps, and I'll show you here in just a second how these work, which I'm sure you probably already figured out in your head because you're not stupid. How this is compared to the old one that I used to make with the cuts for the legs. And as you can see, the Velcro straps are now in place. You just wrap around the legs. You can still lift it up, move it around, it'll keep it from sliding. And now you can use it on any Phantom regardless of the leg size. And that's my build. Have fun. I found that if you do upgrade and use furniture grade PVC, which is the colored PVC, give yourself, you'll want to test the size, especially on this one right here, the 2 3/8 one, because I found that it doesn't fit as tight in the T's here as it does in the regular plumbing PVC. So you may have to shorten that down. If I remember right, I had to shorten it down to about 2 inches to get it to hit all the points it needed to hit. But other than that, everything else was the same. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments below and give me a thumbs up.